Welcome, welcome. We are live once again. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on another live stream. It's been a little while. It feels like we skipped last week because I was out of town. So good to be back and hanging out with you. If you're new here, if this is your first live stream, we'll just hang out for the next hour or so. Talk about all the smart home stuff. We just had CES last week, so we've got a lot of stuff we can talk about there. Great opportunity for you guys to ask me any questions if you have any, if you would like. But while we have people rolling in here, let's say hi to some folks. And I will say too, bear with me. If I sound like crap and if I look like crap, it's because I feel like crap. I definitely got the infamous CES flu. Kind of hit me once I got back. And oh, thank you. Jeff says you sound better than after your CES. You sound better after your CES crud. That's funny. Yeah, I'm feeling it today, honestly. So, but we're gonna power through this. I really was looking forward to this live stream, so we're gonna do it. But that is the cause if I sound or look a little worse than usual. Let's say hi to some folks. Let's see who we got here. Of course, Jeff from Michigan. Hope you're having a good week, Jeff. Frederick is here. What's up, Frederick? How are you doing? Cold there in Texas, I see. Vito D from New York. Don Powers. What's going on, Don? Brandon is here. What's going on, Brandon? Hope you're doing well. Got to hang out with Brandon a little bit during CES. Brandon says, just finished watching George's CES video and saw the notification for this. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you could hang out here. And George Langabeer is also in the house. Also got to hang out with George during CES. Great to see you guys in person there, and great to see you here today during the live stream. Oh, cool. Tools Electro DIY. Also got to meet in person. It was so much fun getting to meet so many people in person that I hadn't met before. Excuse me. I hope I can get through this without having like a coughing attack. So I might have to hit mute a couple of times as I'm kind of fighting through this. But yeah, so cool to see and meet so many people in person at CES last week. We just had a great time. Got to hang out with a lot of these guys. Ty, what's going on, Ty? Norman, happy cold Wednesday in North Carolina. I tell you what, it was cold in Vegas last week too. I feel like it was a lot colder this year than it was last year. Got back home and it was pretty nice here. I wanted to get outside and do a few things, but I started feeling pretty bad. So been trying to take it easy. William, what's going on, William? Says good afternoon. Happy New Year from New York City. All right. We got Dead Bear from Hungary. Wow. People from all over the place. Awesome. Very cool. So good to see everybody. Like I said, this will be a kind of a chill live stream since I'm not feeling 100%, but I wanted to be here and hang out, talk CES with you guys. I did do a CES video if you missed it. There should be a link to that in the description down below. And that covers really all the smart home, Apple home, Matter related stuff that I found that I thought was relevant for you guys. Some pretty cool stuff in there actually that I found at CES this year. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. But aside from that, if you have any questions for me regarding CES or what we saw out there or what we can expect this year, now's a great time. You can drop those questions for me here in the live stream. I'll do my best to answer everybody's questions. A couple things I did want to bring up, and while you guys are kind of getting into the chat there, like I said, drop some questions or whatever you like there. But in the meantime, I did want to show a couple things. I saw this came about recently. I don't think they had any CES presents. Let's see. Sorry, bear with me. I got the sick brain going on. So, all right, here we go. Get the right buttons going. Innovelli, this looks like a really nice light switch. I know some people who have used these before. They have a Z-Wave and a Zigbee version. But soon they have Matter over Thread versions coming. So I really like the look of this switch. Looks more like your traditional switch, but has a lot of features like a favorite button. There's a dimmer capability. And what's really cool too is, and I guess you can change the color of this here. What's really cool too about these is they have something, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, something called a smart bulb mode. So I know so many people, I still get asked this. I've been getting asked this for years about, people who want to use smart light bulbs that still have a switch. Well, you could use this with your smart light bulb and kind of bypass the physical control, I guess, of the light bulb, so you're not cutting off power to that with the switch. So this could be a really good solution here. I'm pretty interested in this. Like I said, is new. This new Matter Over Thread version. I guess they're available to pre-order now. $45, $50, honestly, is not that bad. I mean, it's not super affordable, but it's definitely not as expensive as something like Lutron Caseta, which is even more expensive than that. So, I don't know. I wanted to share that because I feel like, Matter Over Thread light switches, especially dimmers, is not something we have a lot of right now. So pretty curious to see, see how that pans out there. Oh, and I thank you guys. I see some of you guys must have been to some live streams before. If you would preface your comment with the word question, like I see a lot of you guys are doing, that'll kind of help it stick out for me. Unfortunately, they're not being highlighted for me today, but like YouTube will sometimes highlight the comments with the question. Not doing that today for whatever reason, but yeah, put the word question in there like Larry did right here, and it will kind of help that stick out to me a little bit, and I'll try to get to everybody's questions. Larry says, what was your favorite thing that you saw at CES, and what are you looking most forward to reviewing? That's a good question. It's tough to pick just one thing. Let's see. My favorite thing that I saw at CES. I would say one of the most intriguing things to me was, I actually have it pulled up here. Because if this pans out like they say it will, this would be a pretty awesome product. It was TP-Link. I mentioned this in the video, but they have a smart door lock that they announced with a built-in camera and doorbell. So essentially it's a HomeKit secure video doorbell combined with a Apple Home Key lock. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. They said this won't come out until later in the year, probably like late 2024. But you see, you've got the doorbell, you've got the camera, it has a fingerprint scanner for the lock, has a keypad for the lock as well. They said it will support Apple Home Key, which, I'm a huge fan of, as well as HomeKit Secure Video. I mean, I can't think of a product that has everything in it. I can't think of anything else that this doesn't have that I would want. Behind the little doorbell here, this pops out and you actually have a physical key control, or a physical keyhole, if you want to use the actual key. So this one right here was probably the most, this was probably the most interesting that I saw. Again, hard to say. I saw a lot of interesting stuff, robot, lawn mowers and things like that. But as far as actually something to test in my house, I'd be really curious to test this one out and see how well it can perform with all those claims. But again, probably won't be a while till we see that one, but really interesting there. And what are you most looking forward to reviewing? Yeah, I mean, probably that, again, because it has so many features. I think that would be pretty fun to review and see how well it does all those things. Again, hopefully we'll see this product. Another one was the Aqara stuff. You may recall the Aqara M3 hub that they showcased, and they talked about some of their AI capabilities and just some pretty impressive things that they're doing around that M3 hub. I don't think that'll be as fun to test out as something like the door lock. But yeah, really curious to try that out and see how well that does. Big fan of all the Aqara stuff. So I would go with those. Let's see. Edgar's home tech. Shane is back. What's going on, Edgar? Edgar, yes, I am back. I ain't gonna lie, I almost skipped this stream today because I am struggling a little bit with the CES flu, but we're gonna push through because I really wanted to do this one. Let's see. Didn't see much coverage of Maris from CES. Were they there? I did not see Maris at CES. No, I did. If they were there, I did not know about it. I missed them. Let's see. Lone Star Trent says it's a godsend that you didn't get sick, George. Yeah, George, I guess you made it through. I actually thought I was home free. Got home, was feeling okay, and actually my wife got sick. So she got sick first. Kind of by the time we got home, she was feeling it. And then about 2 days later, I was exhausted just from like not sleeping much. That's why I look so tired in that video. Stayed up editing and stuff like that. But yeah, about 2 days later, I started feeling it. So I got it through her. Last year, I didn't get it though. I was lucky last year. Let's see. Frederick, good point there. I almost forgot about that. Thanks for pointing that off. Frederick says, I'm hoping Aqara comes out with their water shutoff valve. So yeah, that was cool. Aqara showed off some concept devices. One of which being the water shutoff valve. I would like to see what a water shutoff valve looks like from Aqara. Excuse me. You may know that that's actually one of my favorite devices in my house is my smart water shutoff valve. I just think it's so practical and useful and peace of mind. Just great product to have. So yeah, I would really like to see what that looks like from Aqara. Again, they showed off their little concept, but you know, that's certainly not final, and it may not even be something they release. But yeah, you guys dropped some feedback, and you know, I think Aqara is paying attention to the channel. So if they see the feedback, maybe they'll bring some of these products to light for us. Let's see. Brandon says, what are you most excited about testing? I think at this point, I'm probably most excited about testing new products. Matter is Matter is starting to grow some legs, love it or hate it, and there are still a lot of issues, but I'd like to see, I think I'm looking forward to testing like robot. I'd love to see robot vacuums in the Apple Home app. I just want to see what that looks like, So, and we don't even know how that's going to look, if it's actually going to happen. I mean, they say it's going to happen, but it's really up to, Apple to support that device type at this point. So yeah, robot vacuums, really anything new in the Apple Home app through Matter with, appliances and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to that as well. Brandon, so you've used the Innovelli. Awesome. Says they rock. They're often out of stock though. Yeah, I haven't used theirs before. I guess you've used the Z-Wave or the Zigbee versions. I have not. I've heard of them, but never used any. So I hope to try their new Matter over Thread. I like those. I like the way they look. I do. So hoping they work well. Vito D question, do you have any more information on the new Aqara doorknob lock? So that would be the let me get this right, the U300. What information do you need? We talked about it in the video there, assuming you saw the CES video. Let me know, excuse me. Let me know what you're looking to know. I mean, it should support, the thing looks awesome. I'll tell you that. Again, I got some hands-on with it in the video there. Release date and price. Oh, okay. Let me think about the release date. I don't think they did give us an official release date or price on that one. But I hope to see it soon. But yeah, they did not give us an official release date or price on that one. But knowing Aqara, their stuff is always very affordable. So I expect the price to be very competitive. And I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Release date, I really don't know that. So, but Aqara, they've been cranking out products. So we'll hopefully, I do really want to test that one out too. That one I was really impressed at the build quality of that one. It seemed really solid. Supposedly will work outdoor, for outdoor setting as well. So, when I first kind of heard about it, I thought it would probably just be like an indoor lock, something you could use in your indoor, bedrooms and stuff like that. But it was built really well. So. Oh, Travis, excited to see my Tailwind garage door opener ship today. No more Maris and connection issues. Awesome. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Tailwind. So excited about that. I think I'm so sorry. Dawn, I just realized this. I'm so sorry. Dawn gifted 5 memberships. Dawn, thank you so much. I'm sorry I missed this. I saw it and then I was talking again. I've got like COVID brain right now, being kind of sick this week, so bear with me. Thank you so much, Dawn, for gifting 5 memberships. So, Travis, Jack, let's see, Why Tai Chan, sorry if I mispronounced your names, and I think Kevin, we're all gifted memberships by Dawn. So you guys are randomly selected through YouTube. So as a new member, you have access to our member Discord server. We do video chats once a month over there on Discord also, which is a lot of fun, and early access to new videos and some other perks like that as a member you can access. And if you want to continue that, that'll give you like a month if you get gifted one like you just got from Dawn there. And if you want to continue that, you can sign up, or you don't have to, either way. But it's a great way to support the channel. There's a lot of really smart people in our Discord server. We're all kind of helping each other out as we're building our smart home. So great little community over there. Great to get some feedback and stuff like that. I often get asked, about consulting and things like that, and I don't do any of that. I usually tell people, just hop over in the Discord server. You'll probably find all the answers you need over there, because there's some really, really smart people over there. And I try to get in there every day as well. Let's see, Mr. H4S3K1, member for 8 months. Thank you so much for being a member for 8 months. I really do appreciate that. Your username is so hard to say, though. Did you see any smart appliances with Matter protocol at CES 24, except for the robo vacuums? Sorry, I put myself on mute and cough every now and then. Except for the robo vacuums from Roborock and Ecovacs. No, I didn't. I did not see any. I'll be honest, I didn't spend a lot of time looking at the appliances like refrigerators and stuff. I didn't notice any, though, that did say they supported Matter. I saw some TVs that were talking about Matter and supporting Matter and things like that. Well, one of the funniest things, I think I was with Eric from Modern Day Tech. We were looking around all the TVs, and one of them had this nice little Matter display. They were kind of talking about Matter on the TV, and then underneath there, it had a Google Home Hub. And they were trying to... a Google Nest Max, I think it was, the one with a little display. They were trying to display Matter and how everything works together, and it had the error, probably from Wi-Fi, bad connection in there or whatever, but it was just funny because it was a Google thing, and it said something went wrong, and it was just not working, the whole Matter display. I found that to be a bit funny. Randy says Tailwind, where'd that comment go? It says Tailwind is great for me with riding a bike. Pulling in the garage is super easy with that sensor. Very nice. Very cool to hear. Yeah, that sensor is good. Like, I had location-based automations for my garage door. I think I talked about it in that video that I made on this garage door opener. But when I would walk around my neighborhood, and maybe you found this too, riding, with your bike, depending on where you ride. But when I would walk around my neighborhood and on different streets, it would trigger my garage door to open, which was not good. So that sensor that they have that you can get with the Tailwind is perfect and definitely solves that. Oh, Sam is in the house. What's going on, Sam? Also got to hang out with Sam. I forgot to hit the confetti button earlier for Dawn, so we'll hit it a couple times. There we go. Thank you, Sam, for gifting 10 more memberships. Man, we got a bunch of new members. I hope to see you guys over in the Discord server. We got Andre Jones. Let's see. James. Baba is trolling. Eric W. Jason. Jane. Another James. Mike. The Tyler Pratt. I think I got all of those. But all you are now a channel member. I think that's for 1 month. And would love to have you after that if you want to extend it. But you do have a month thanks to Sam. Thank you so much, Sam, for that. Sam says Tequila Wednesday. I wish, man. I am not feeling well. I'm looking forward to feeling a little bit better so I don't know about tequila, but maybe good bourbon. Awesome. Yeah, you guys can, if you were gifted a membership, you can thank Sam or Don. You guys are very generous. Thank you for doing that. Very cool. William says, question, Shane, at CES, you met a lot of great content creators. Was there one that you met for the first time? Let's see. Yeah, there was a few that I met for the first time. Let's see. Who did I meet for the first time? Well, Tools Electro DIY, who's here in the chat earlier, met him for the first time in person. Let's see. We met Steve was there and hung out with him a little bit. And we've communicated before, but never met in person. So he's super cool. Let's see. I met a handful of them last year. So last year I met everybody for the first time in person that I met. Let's see, was there anybody else that I met for the first time this year? I don't know, that might be it that I met for the first time. All right, I'm going to try to answer some of these questions. I know I missed some questions, guys. Bear with me. I'll try to go back to get to your questions. Question, notice a lot more home energy backup power solutions. Any of them going to support Matter? Not that I know of. I don't know of this as being an integration yet. Is Nanoleaf dropping support for Thread? I noticed that several of their new products don't support Thread. Interesting. Which products, Don, are you referring to? As far as I know, they are not dropping Thread. Let's see, what was one of their... Trying to pull up, let's see, some of their new ones. Is that... Oh, that might be... That's last year. Dawn says the ceiling light doesn't support Thread. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so... The skylight, let's see if I can find a, let's see, here we go. Here is the skylight. So I assume that, so this is the skylight. They actually announced this last year at CES. And it's just now coming out, so you can pre-order it now. It should be here pretty soon. But I assume this is kind of like the lines and the shapes. I've got a bunch of these types of devices. These are Wi-Fi based devices typically. So their only thread-based devices have been the light bulb and the light strip. But all their other stuff, like their, the lines and the shapes, the panels and stuff that they have, those have all been Wi-Fi. Now they do act as thread border routers typically. I'm not sure if the skylight will or not, but we'll definitely check that out. Hopefully, I'll have a chance to test those. But they also announced their permanent outdoor lights. Now, these are Matter supported. I don't recall if they stated if these are Wi-Fi based or something else. I'm not sure if anybody knows the answer to that. I actually didn't get to see any of the Nanoleaf folks while I was there this time. They didn't have a booth, unfortunately, this year at CES. They also got these outdoor string lights, which look really nice. I don't know if this says, this doesn't say how they connect, what protocol they use, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were all Wi-Fi, because I think even their new Christmas lights were Wi-Fi, but do still support Matter. All right, let's see. Get back up to some of these questions. There's a lot of them. All right. Chris says, my Nanoleaf shape just fell off the wall. Let's see. Frederick says, question, are you going to show us the swag you got at CES? Saw a photo on Instagram and wanted to see more. No, I didn't, because, today is kind of, me being sick and everything. I didn't set up my second camera. I put most of it up. So yeah, I don't have any of it out here with me right now, but let me know what you want to see more of. Lawrence says, are Innovelli Zigbee compatible with Hue? Matter Bridge Zigbee is more reliable. I'm not sure, Lawrence. I haven't really looked that far into the Innovelli light switches before, so I'd have to look into that a little bit further. Question, gonna get that all-in-one lawn leaf snowblower. Oh man, that thing was pretty crazy, wasn't it? They had a snowblower, a motorized snowblower out there. Looked pretty awesome. It's massive. It was yellow too, right? Very bright. I don't know if I'll get that one. I don't have any snow here, so that's not something I have to worry about. But there's definitely a number of robot mowers this year. There was a lot of them. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try another one. What do you guys think? Let me know. I did try out the EcoFlow blade this last year. That was my first robot mower that I tried out. So let me know if you guys want to see more robot mowers on the channel. Question, has Apple ever given a reason why they don't like native PoE cameras? No, I've never heard anything official as to why there's no support for that. Question, did you hear anything from Eve at CES? Yeah, I actually met with some of the folks from Eve while I was there. They didn't have a booth this year, unfortunately, but they were basically just showcasing their new products that they announced it probably about 2 weeks before CES. There is, hold on. Sorry. Okay. There is their new in-wall. Oh man, I have the box too. It's just not right in front of me. Their new in-wall smart outlet. There is the, what else was there? And their matter over thread blind shades collection. So they're going to be selling their own collection of shades made to order through their website. So that's mainly what they were kind of promoting from CES this year, is those two things. I need to try some bourbon to clean out that cough. Maybe, I don't know. That's about the only thing I haven't tried yet. Let's see. Question, any outside cameras for HomeKit? It's funny, I actually just posted on my Instagram, so I get this question a lot. I just posted on Instagram today this question that we got when me and my wife did the Ask Us Anything video. But I didn't notice any new outdoor cameras actually for HomeKit. Yeah, I don't think there was anything announced at CES for this, unfortunately. Do you have any advice for me to get a thread connection to my mailbox? It's too far away from my HomePod or Apple TV. The best thing you can do is to get a thread router device. So that's a device that it's a always power device that can extend your thread network. So certain devices can do this, like smart plugs generally can do this. So like an Eve Energy smart plug, for example, will extend your thread network. So if you just get something like that and maybe put it as close as you can to your door or to the mailbox, the closest you can, that should kind of improve your thread network. That's what I would try first. Question, I have a stupid Chamberlain garage door. What is the best HomeKit device for me? Mine has the yellow round button, so everything says I need to add an add-on for it. I would check out the Tailwind. Let me just pull up Tailwind because We've been talking a lot about them. Let's see if I can find it. What was their website? Get Tailwind, maybe? Something like that. Go Tailwind. Okay. So this is the one we've been talking about. I did a full video on this. They support just about everything. Let's see. I think they have a compatibility checker you can go through on here. You can check, you know, would you say Chamberlain? Oh, there you go. They support all models. So that's the yellow button you're talking about. And so they will send you an adapter, I guess. So I don't know. I'm a fan of Tailwind. It looks like they do have a way for you, you know, an adapter that you can use. Mine doesn't have the yellow button like that. But yeah, people seem to be happy with Tailwind. Again, I'll put a link to that video in the description, but it was just a couple weeks ago actually where I did that video, maybe a month or two ago. Let's see, let me jump to where your questions are. Question, will Tailwind ever be available on Amazon? I do not know. But their shipping is pretty good, I think, right now. Let me see if it says on here. I know for a while they were kind of backlogged. Let's see, shop. Oh, it says they are out of stock due to high demand, so first come, first serve basis. Right now, orders placed today are expected to ship on or about January 26th, so it looks like a week or maybe 2 weeks out of shipping. Yeah, as far as I know, that's the only way to get is through their website. And I do have an affiliate link on my video for the Tailwind, so if you do end up getting one, I would much appreciate you using that affiliate link. That does help out the channel. But yeah, it's been super solid for me so far. Everybody I know that's gotten one has been really happy with it also. Eric W, what's going on? Just came home. Sorry I'm late. Good evening from the Netherlands. Well, good evening. Thank you for joining us all the way from the Netherlands. Let's see here. Questions. Oh, another thing I did see, and forgive me, I lost the comment here. I may come across it, but I did see where somebody asked me how I feel about Homey Pro. So if that was you, I will let you know. I am very happy with it. I talk about it fairly often here on these live streams. I've been really happy with it. And another thing that I was going to mention today for anybody who does have Homey or has been considering it, while I was away in Vegas, one of their announcements, again, they weren't at CES either this year, not with a booth, but they now support matter over thread devices. So this is exciting for me. This is something I was really, patiently waiting for. I have a number of products that I couldn't pair to my Homey Pro, because they supported thread or matter over thread, but now I can do it, and I was really excited to get home and try out this new feature. They do say that it's in beta, I think, this feature, but I'm glad that they finally rolled this out, and I tried it once I got home from Vegas, and I was pleasantly surprised that it just worked so smoothly. I only paired 2 devices so far just to try it out, but I did 2 Eve Energy smart plugs, and they just paired up super fast, super easily. There was no issues at all. It was really a pleasant surprise, I can say, after all the matter and, especially when it comes to like pairing devices. There's been a lot of issues with matter stuff, but they worked so well, paired right away, no issues at all. Really what I think matter should be. So I hope that's a good indicator of where things are going. So for those who are interested in Homey Pro, that's a big one, I think. Let's see. Question: will you be doing a comparison video between Nanoleaf and Govee TV camera sync and light strip? When is the Govee one coming out with Matter? I don't know if they released a specific date on that or not. They had so many Matter devices that are going to be coming, so I don't recall any specific dates. They probably didn't say, but they had a lot of devices that are going to be coming in 2024 with Matter support. So yeah, if you guys want to see a video on the on their new camera sync, well, you probably can't see it here, but I've got the Nanoleaf one in here. I can maybe do a comparison to that. I think the big thing with these is that, you know, with the Nanoleaf one, if you have a bunch of Nanoleaf products already that you want to sync with it, then the Nanoleaf one might be better for you. If you end up getting a bunch of Govee products, like their little display that they showed at CES, which looked awesome. It was really cool, the TV area, but you know, kind of like what I've done here, but they had all Govee products, whereas I have Nanoleaf here. But if you're syncing up a bunch of other, you know, lights and stuff, you'll probably want whichever brand of lights that you have. You know what I mean? If you're gonna add on to it like that. Yep, I can't agree with that more. You're right. But I can say it has been a true pleasure to use. It really has been. Question: do you have an idea how to create a shortcut for playing a random album from a specific artist? Yeah, but that's probably going to be too much to explain and go through in a live stream right here. What you can do as a channel member, jump over to our Discord server, because we do have a section just for shortcuts in the Discord server, and ask your question over there, and then hope, you know, me or somebody else will probably be able to help you out with that. It sounds like a pretty basic one there. I think could make happen. What is the cheapest flick like button available on the market for Apple HomeKit? I'd say probably the cheapest one is probably the Aqara wireless mini switch, but you do have to have the hub for that, so that's kind of the thing. Oh, they're making me do a login here. So let's see. This one right here, $17 plus 20% off coupon. Again, you have to have an Aqara hub though, so it just depends if you want to do that. If you don't have an Aqara hub, you might want to look at the 2.0 smart button, if I can get that in focus. It's a really nice button. This supports thread, Matter over thread actually, so you don't need a hub or anything for that. Let's see. That's this one right here. And well, where is the 2.0 smart button? I'm trying to find it on Amazon. That's their contact sensor. Maybe it's not on Amazon right now. I was trying to see the price. I think that one's around $35 maybe. All of them are probably cheaper than the Flick ones. Lawrence says IKEA. Yeah, IKEA has some. I think also require a hub though. Yeah, a lot of people like Aqara. Yeah, Aqara sells so many great products that, you know, if you can use a camera or one of their little devices that you can use as a hub also, it's a great way to kind of get started, and then you'll just end up getting sensors and buttons and all kinds of stuff from Aqara because they're so affordable. Dawn says, I have the 2.0 button and it's great. Yeah, so that's actually, I really want to, speaking of the 2.0 button, I have one right here because I want to pair this to my Homey Pro matter over thread and see how this works in Homey, because I haven't done any matter buttons in Homey Pro yet, but works great with HomeKit. Definitely have been using that for a while. Thread needs a hub too. All right, we're trying to get all technical there, Lawrence. You probably already have a thread border router already in your home though, so I think you know what I mean. You don't have to get a proprietary, hub for those thread devices. What is the best motion sensor other than the FP2? Well, the FP2 that's kind of in a category of its own. I feel like that presence sensor by Aqara, really awesome product. But just basic motion sensors, the ones that I use the Eve motion sensor. That's the one, typically that's my go-to for like outside, because it works outside as well, and it supports matter over thread. So the Eve motion sensor is a good one. Again, Aqara makes some motion sensors that are fantastic, super affordable. You do need the Aqara hub for those. So, just depends there. But yeah, Aqara for indoors, I'll often go with because they're so affordable. As long as you already have an Aqara hub, you can get one of those for like, around $20. Can't beat it, work great. They connect through Zigbee to the Aqara hub. And then the Eve motion sensor is another good option. It's one that I like also, like I said, especially for outdoors. Brian says, have you ever tried a Shelly relay or other devices with the HomeKit firmware? I have not, Brian, but I did speak with the folks at Shelly. I got a lot of swag from Shelly, actually, to Frederick's earlier comment. Yeah, so I spoke with them and I got, they gave me like a smart plug and I think their temperature sensors. So their Gen 3 products are all built to be upgradable to matter, I was told. So I did mention this also, I believe, in the CES video. So I have not tried any of their relays, but I spoke with them because it's something I've kind of wanted to get into and explore a little bit, but I haven't yet. And now that all their Gen 3 products are going to support matter eventually, if they don't now, I think that'll be really intriguing for me. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing around with the Shelly relays a little bit and seeing what kind of cool stuff we can do with those. Oh, Lurk Jerk, next month, a 2-year member. Thank you so much. Wow, almost 2 years as a channel member. I do greatly appreciate the continued support there, my friend. It means a lot. Yeah, I kind of just answered this one, Mike. Yep, I am still using the Homey Pro and I do like it. Just got some recent updates to support Thread, so I'm a fan. I'm a fan. It's expensive, but it's a great product. That's another good point there. Aqara battery life on their sensors are fantastic. Yeah, they last forever. Would love to see a 2.0 giveaway. We could get feedback from those users since I don't know many with 2.0 yet. Well, maybe we'll see if we can do something like that. I've been wanting to do another giveaway, so maybe we can arrange something there. Follow me on Instagram. That's usually where I do that type of stuff, just because it's a little bit easier to do that stuff on Instagram. And also lots of behind the scenes stuff. So if you don't follow me already there, I was posting a ton through CES and everything. So you'll get kind of the behind the scenes stuff on Instagram. But yeah, good idea. Maybe we can do another giveaway soon. Thank you, Don. Don't forget to hit the like button and follow and show Shane some love. Much appreciated, Don. Waiting for the Aqara thread motion sensor. Sad they didn't announce it at CES. The thread binding, thread binding sounds like a great backup solution to keep my lights turning on even if the hub is down. Yeah, they did actually have the thread motion sensor there on display, but they didn't talk about the release date yet. but it sounds like it's something that, should be coming hopefully soon. But yeah, they didn't really have any new announcements regarding that sensor. I have not tried the Sonoff Matter relay either. I really haven't used a lot of relays in my setup. I've just used, maybe one or two here or there. I started using the Aqara one recently. That was really the first time I really got into using a relay. But yeah, I've seen some people do some interesting things with them, so I'd like to explore that a little bit more. I'm upgrading my 7-year-old mesh system. Is Wi-Fi 7 worth the extra money? David, that's one of those things. Like if you had, a Wi-Fi 6 or especially a Wi-Fi 6E system, I would say probably not. To upgrade them. But if you're upgrading anyways, and you want to go another, 7 or 10 years or whatever, then it could be worth it to future-proof, that good word, future-proof, your system, and then you'll be kind of good to go for many years to come. So if you don't like upgrading or updating a lot, then you might want to spend the money just so you're set for a long time. I know Wi-Fi 7, it has some significant improvements there. And again, that way you would be set for a long time. It's just kind of all on how you look at it, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty impressive. My daughters got me the Aqara Cube P1 and installed it into the Aqara app and have it in scene mode, but unable to see it inside the home app. Any suggestions? I have to take a look at that. I think it's the is it T1, P1? Yeah, I have one somewhere. Is it over here still? I'm not sure where my cube is. I thought it was up here. I haven't looked at the setup of that in quite a while, so I'd have to refresh my brain on that one. But yeah, is scene mode the correct mode? I'm not sure. You may just have to reset it, do some things there. Again, I'm not really sure. It's been so long since I set one of those up, so sorry about that. Europlane says, I have a Ubiquiti Dream router and it's nice, but my Aqara cameras have problems connecting. Is it the Apple TV or my router? I should put closer. Well, I guess you have to kind of troubleshoot these things and figure out where the problem lies. To determine if it's your Apple TV, you can just check it if it's working in the Aqara app, but not in HomeKit, then it's your Apple TV. But if it's not working well in the Aqara app, then it's a network issue. So that's probably where I would start with something like that. Lone Star Trent, Shane, how excited are you for Friday? I'm excited. Yes, very excited. For those that don't know, we skipped right over that today. Friday, pre-ordering starts for the Apple Vision Pro, and they will be available starting February 2nd. Oh, excuse me. So, who all is excited? Is anybody here crazy enough to get one of these things and risk a possible divorce and everything else? Yeah, my wife thinks I'm absolutely crazy for this one, but I gotta try it out. I'm not one of those YouTubers who got early access or anything like that, so I am super pumped to try it out for the first time. Don't support Apple charging this price for it, so I'm not buying it. Yep, too high. Yep, I definitely understand. I think that's probably most people's thoughts. Oh, nice. William said already is going to be pre-ordering. So William's going to get one. All right. Oh, your missus is all geeked about him. Nice. Miss Roosevelt D. Awesome. Well, my wife is not geeked about it. She thinks I'm crazy. Not the first time, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely an expensive product. I think this is tailored for the early adopters, and I think Apple kind of knows that. And then hopefully they'll, be able to get the price down and improve the product as well, and have a more of an entry level version in the future sometime. We'll be waiting for version 2, and we are not allowed to buy them in Europe. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll be waiting for the next generation of the Vision Pro. Yeah, not a terrible idea, I think. Wait on version 2. Not a terrible idea. I can honestly say, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't buy them. But, doing YouTube gives me a good excuse, right? Europlane says, I'm a music producer and I need 3 new screens or 1 huge so it can maybe be an opportunity to buy a Vision Pro, but I need to try it first. Cool, yeah, and I'm curious, you guys drop me questions and stuff. I may ask for questions on Instagram or something, but that's one of the things I'm kind of curious about too. Like, we just had a new screen porch built. Like, I'm so used to using my ultra wide monitor and stuff when I'm video editing and doing things that it's hard for me to work in other spaces, but I'd love to be able to work, on a nice spring day on my back porch. So that's kind of one of the things I'm curious about. Like, will I be able to use a Vision Pro on my back porch, and have, essentially a widescreen monitor or additional monitors or whatever out there without actually having to have them? We'll see, but that's kind of one of the things I'll be looking for sure. Question, I have automations in the home app for my blinds to open at a certain temperature, but it never seems to trigger. What can I do to fix this? Well, if automations aren't working, my steps are usually restart my HomeKit hubs, see if that works and helps. And if that doesn't work, then just delete the automation and rebuild it, and hopefully that will solve it. Yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see, Brian, what the Vision Pro does to the whole tech industry. Apple is kind of on the forefront, so when they do something, it kind of changes the industry. So it'll be interesting to see. Let us know if we need work. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. It's heavy. Definitely get those neck workouts in now. If you can get an ORI by doing a video, go for it. Otherwise, don't support Apple charging that much. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm the nerd in me. It's hard for me to not want to try it out, I didn't get to use the first iPhone when that first came out, so this is kind of like that, I guess. Zach says, do you know when SwitchBot will get Matter out of beta? I'm not surprised it's still in beta because it's not the greatest, especially when it comes to the SwitchBot in Apple HomeKit. I don't know when they're going to get it out of beta. I've heard, I've seen a number of different manufacturers and stuff who roll out who roll out Matter support in beta. We were just talking about Homey Pro. I think it says, at least the thread, Matter over thread, is in beta. So it's not surprising. I don't know though if that'll change anytime soon. My first phone was a 3G. until the iPhone 5. My first phone was the 4S, and my first watch was the Series 6. Yeah, my first iPhone was the iPhone 5S. That's the one I actually have it like a frame, not the actual phone, but the little breakdown tech art piece. You know, you've seen that? I've got one of those framed over here of the 5S. That was my first iPhone. And I did get an Apple Watch Series. I think I got the first Apple Watch. I do think I got that. Yeah, and I got the Series 2 right after that because it was waterproof. Got the OG phone for Christmas. Oh man, I bet that was exciting. Yeah, a true game changer, right? Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, William. Having being able to use additional screens in other places. Yep, I hope so. We'll see. All right, well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream today. I appreciate y'all hanging out and listening to my my rough voice today, as I've kind of been struggling with this CES flu. But as always, enjoyed hanging out with you guys today. I was really looking forward to this one because CES was just so much fun, and was excited to get back and hang out and talk with you guys about it. It's going to be an exciting year, I think, for smart home stuff, especially for Apple Home and Matter. A lot of good stuff coming. I'm really excited. So stay tuned. Follow along. Again, follow me over on Instagram if you haven't already. We'll do some more, behind the scenes stuff over there. A lot of channel members here. So if you are a channel member, join us over in Discord. Post your questions. We'd love to see what you're doing with your smart home as always. I'll be in there, pretty much every day. And new video coming out this Sunday. Live streaming again next Wednesday, every Wednesday. So until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, and God bless. Bye.